Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Carlock Confessions. I am your host, Frank Fanzoni, and we are live. Another wonderful episode of Carlock Confessions is in session. It is Tuesday, April 7th, and we are still in quarantine. So hopefully we're going to have quite a few viewers on tonight for the show because what else are you guys doing on a Tuesday where you can't go anywhere or do anything? Hopefully you guys have all watched some Netflix and some Hulu and some Disney Plus. You guys are all tired of that, and it's time to come watch some Carlock Confessions. I'm excited to be here. I hope you guys are too. Come on, let's have a good time. We're going to have a great time here tonight. If you guys can do me a huge favor real quick, as always, if you can give me a like, thumbs up, and a share, that would be greatly appreciated. We are going to be doing our drawing tonight for the car decal for everybody who shared. We are going to do the drawing. So one person is going to win a car window decal sticker from Carlock Confessions tonight just for sharing videos. So if you guys want to get into our next contest, which we are going to do another contest, I'll announce at the end of the show, share this video right now. You can get another entry into our next contest. We'll be doing another giveaway for another Carlock Confessions, either a t-shirt or a decal or a product of some sort. Hello, Renee. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Happy to have you. Welcome to Carlock Confessions. It's going to be a good show tonight. Hopefully the weather doesn't cause any trouble. We do have some thunderstorms in the area tonight where I'm filming from. And, well, hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties like we do here on Carlock Confessions. But we shall see what happens. Again, we'll be doing the drawing tonight. April showers bring May flowers, right? We're getting the showers tonight. We're having some thunderstorms. Maybe you'll see some flashes of light. And that's not just from me. That's from the lightning outside, too. So, yes. So we'll have that tonight. Contest drawing tonight. We'll start a new contest for the next go-around. Yeah. So I'm really excited to be here. Hopefully you guys are, too. Thank you so much for being on tonight. It's going to be a good one, guys. I'm really excited about it. I kind of, with all this quarantine and everything, I really look forward to Carlock Confessions. It kind of gives me time to be able to think about this and be able to get a good show put together. And it gives me something to break up my monotony. So hopefully it's something that's bringing some joy to you guys as well and breaking up your quarantine habits maybe. All of that kind of stuff. If you can tell, my habits have been eating, of course. I've been doing a lot of that during quarantine, a little too much. The shirt's feeling a little tight these days, not from lifting weights, unfortunately. So very, very soon, if this quarantine continues to happen, I'm going to have to put a little regulation on the diet, I think, a little calorie intake count for a little while. Maybe I should start doing some more push-ups and whatnot. But yeah, so I know that's been happening a lot of eating and stuff during quarantine. I'm on week 4. It's been 4 weeks for me on quarantine, so I don't know about you guys, but I know it's definitely starting to take its toll. That's for sure. We'll get into all that, though. We'll do that during the positive personal recap of my life that I always give you guys towards the end of the show here. So let's get right into it tonight. We'll hopefully a few more viewers will jump on. We really have just been on for a couple of minutes, but hopefully a couple more people will be here. Thanks for being here, Renee. Everybody that's on, I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's get right into the poll question from last week real quick. Let's do that one. It was a great poll question. We actually had 22 responses to last week's poll question. Last week on Tuesday was National Tater Day. We love me some potatoes. The day recognizes all kinds of potatoes, which provide us with essential vitamins, minerals, and fibers, yada, yada, yada. Hello, Cara Ray. Welcome to the show, my dear. Thank you so much for being here. Talking about last week's poll question, I asked you guys, which is better, mashed potatoes or French fries? I chose mashed potatoes, and mashed potatoes because I like to load my mashed potatoes, put bacon. You can have like 4 cheese mashed potatoes. You can have sour cream and chive mashed potatoes. You can have regular mashed potatoes. You can have lumpy mashed potatoes. You can eat so many different kinds of meats and things with mashed potatoes. I like mashed potatoes. But the majority of you actually picked French fries, which was the other option. 59% of you picked French fries. 41% did potatoes mashed. Thank you for my mashed potato voters. Still a toss-up. I might, if I ever have a party, I'm going to have to make both mashed and French fry. I get it. You can dip your French fries in a lot of sauces and all that kind of stuff. At some point, sauces kind of get boring. You're still eating just a regular French fry. That's just my thoughts, though. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Tell me why you picked mashed potatoes and French fries. I mean, sauces are sauces. I get that. We all enjoy a good sauce every once in a while. But it's, I think it's the mashed potatoes for me. I'm a big mashed potato fan. Always have been. 22 votes, guys. I was really proud of that. That's a lot of votes. Thank you so much. Hopefully we can get some more votes on the next one. Just posted this week's poll just about a half hour ago. Jared, welcome to the show, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Did the poll question for tonight. So today, guys, if you guys don't know this, today is National Beer Day. So today is National Beer Day, and Yes. All right, that was for the beer. National Beer Day, guys. On April 7th, annually recognizes the world's most widely consumed alcoholic beverage. Following water and tea, it is the third most popular drink overall. Happy National Beer Day, guys. Let's see. Renee chimed in and said, you need to make French fries with cheese and bacon, although I would happily eat all mashed potatoes. I agree. I am a loaded guy no matter what. And chili cheese fries, I could do that. I could do nacho cheese fries. I could do spicy cheese fries. I could do, but see, all mine include cheese. And that's kind of like, to me, that's a mashed potato thing. I like where you're going with that. So National Beer Day, guys, is today. And I have not partaken. Of course, I'm responsible. I'll partake tomorrow. But, so you know, on April 7th in 1933, President Franklin Roosevelt took the first step towards ending prohibition and signed a law that allowed people to brew and sell beer in the United States, as long as it's remained below a 4.0 alcohol by volume. Beer drinkers celebrated and were happy and were able to purchase beer again for the first time in 13 years. Thank you, Mr. Roosevelt. So, research found that on this day, it celebrated National Beer Day by Justin Smith, a Richmond, Virginia craft beer examiner, and his friend Mike Connolly from Liverpool, England. April 7th corresponds with a date that Cullen-Harrison Act was signed into law and became active. In 2009, Smith and Connolly created a National Beer Day Facebook page, which got a ton of viewers and a ton of people, and they invited all their friends to join, and word spread, and now April 7th is considered National Beer Day. Big beer drinker. I like beer. That's probably why I look the way I do. I enjoy craft beers. I enjoy domestic beers. I enjoy international beers. I don't mind a delicious cerveza. I enjoy a delicious Guinness. All of those wonderful things. And let's celebrate National Beer Day. So I put the question out there, guys. Do you drink beer? I want to know if you do. Not everybody does. It is the third most popular drink out there in regards to tea and water and then beer. It's the number one alcoholic beverage that people consume. But I want to know if you like it or not, because I know there's still a lot of people out there that don't. So yes, either you love it or no, it is gross. Let me know, guys. The poll question is up for the night. I've already voted. Pretty sure you guys know what I voted. But what about you guys? Well, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like beer or not? Make sure you guys chime in for me on that poll. As always, guys, no crickets in the chat tonight. It's going to be a great show. Great show because you're here. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys are active in the chat tonight. Really looking forward to it. Kyle Pearson has just joined the show. Welcome to the show, Kyle. Thank you so much for being here. Glad you could be here, sir. Applaud you for being here. Thank you so much. Again, just getting ready to get started on the show. It's going to be a great one. Just talked about our polls. Make sure you guys go do the poll question tonight. We are doing the contest again tonight as well. We will draw a name for everybody who shared a video from the Carlock Confessions Facebook page. We will draw a name tonight, and you will win a decal in regards to Carlock Confessions for your wonderful window on the back of your car. If you guys want to know what those look like, they're on the Facebook page. Very excited to give one of those out tonight. We will do another contest and start another one as of tonight. So anybody who shares the video tonight will be entered into our next contest for another product of Carlock Confessions. So let me know, guys, and make sure you guys share. We are up on viewers. We are up to 149 viewers, followers for the page. We are looking to gain at least one more. I'd love to get to 150 here before next week's show, which would be awesome. That's all due to you guys. If you could share the page for me and have people come join. And I would really, 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 really look forward to seeing if we can get to 200 followers by July 4th, Independence Day. That'd be fantastic. I know I'd actually put a nice heavy weight on everybody if we could get to 200 before 2 weeks from now. And what I'll tell you guys, Joe Sproul is on. Welcome to the show, Joe Sproul. Thank you, sir, for being here. In 2 weeks, as I was getting to, Nicole Tucker's on the show. Welcome to the show, Nicole. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. As I was saying, 2 weeks from now will be my 1 year anniversary. Carlisle Confessions has been on air for Facebook. 2 weeks from now, would love to get to 200 followers if we could, guys. So if you could share this video for me, it'll enter you into the contest. We'll get more followers, and it would be a really great way to celebrate our 1 year anniversary in 2 weeks with 200 followers, guys. So please do me a favor, share this video, let your friends know we're here, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Wait a minute. All right, so thank you so much, guys, for everybody being here. It's going to be a great show. Let's get right into it tonight. We're going to get right into what my favorite segment is, because it gets me a chance to be able to speak my mind a little bit. It grinds my gears, guys, and I love this segment of the show. Time to let's talk about it. Let me know what you guys think as I'm doing it. Tell me if it grinds your gears as well. People who complain and criticize others for taking precautions during these pandemic times. Let me tell you, it really grinds my gears. Now, my wife the other day had to go into the store and to get some essentials for us, of course. And she went into the store wearing her mask, wearing her gloves, taking precautions, as she always does, as we do as we go out. And she overheard the cashier talking to another customer in front of everybody, extremely loudly, talking about how ridiculous people look wearing masks and gloves during this pandemic. Are you kidding me right now, people? Oh my gosh, that grinds my gear. First of all, let's get right into it. First off, you are a proprietor in regards to a company or a business that is selling and open. You should be happy that you have customers in your building right now. Not a lot of places are open. And you're going to sit there and criticize the people that are coming into your place because they're wearing protective gear that makes them feel safe and comfortable being out in these crazy times right now? I don't think that's a very smart idea. And if I was your manager, I would absolutely 100%, I would fire you. Katie Culver, welcome to the show. Happy birthday to Katie. We'll get into that here in a minute too. Grinds my gears though. So she was in this place and they were complaining about how ridiculous people look in their masks and in their gloves. I said, are you kidding? You got to be kidding me. Like, seriously, people. Now is not the time to be making fun of or talking bad about or mentioning masks or gloves or criticizing or ridiculing or, like, you know, bad talking anybody who's trying to protect themselves in times like this right now. I mean, seriously, I can't believe some people right now. Hi, Katie. Thank you. You are welcome. So, second, it makes me feel more safe. People out there feel safer wearing masks and gloves, and I'm okay with that. It makes me feel safe. This is scary times. If people want to risk, if anybody out there wants to risk not wearing a mask or not wearing gloves, your prerogative. This is how Corona gets spread. We're trying to minimize the spread of the coronavirus, right? And if you want to take your own life in your hands and you feel like you should not be wearing a mask and gloves, that's fine. That's on you. Do not criticize others for doing so, though, and taking the time to take care of themselves. They have family members. They have young ones. They have kids. I cannot believe people right now would criticize anybody for wearing a mask. Let's see. Katie says, completely agree. You can't take too many precautions. 100%. But when you walk into an establishment and you're there to buy a product, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, soap, cleaner, whatever the case may be, food, and you overhear a employee of that establishment talking about how ridiculous it is that people are wearing masks, grinds my gears 100%. These are not times to cut each other down, but to lift each other up and protect one another. Guys, let's put a positive spin on this. Whoever that person was, I think clearly and hopefully was speaking out of fear. speaking out of the fact that they are in the public consistently. People are coming into their establishment. They have to deal with the public on a regular basis, and that they're bringing in the possibility of you getting sick. So is this a way of you making you feel stronger, more confident that you're not going to get it because you're cutting the other people down that are scared that they will? I don't know. What I do know, though, is cutting other people down and not lifting people up, that's the wrong way to go. We need to stick by one another. We need to protect one another. We need to lift each other up right now. We have to stand by one another right now. We can't be, especially if you're a worker in an establishment, telling people how ridiculous they are for protecting themselves. It's about safety. They have others to think about, themselves, their kids, their family members, whatever the case may be. You see nurses and doctors wear face masks all the time. But now that the normal public is out doing so as well, now it's a problem? Let me know what you guys think. Katie chimed in. I'm glad you agree with me. I actually think it's ridiculous. Let me know if you've heard or seen anything like this, because there's a lot of people out there right now wearing masks. A lot of people that aren't wearing masks right now, no matter what state you're in, no matter where you're at in the country. I'm sure there are people wearing masks and gloves wherever you are. We cannot be cutting these people down for doing so. In fact, I think it's a great time to come up with designer masks. I mean, how cute would it be to be able to wear something that you're proud of on your face when you're walking and you're out and you're getting your essentials and your toilet paper and your soaps and your hand sanitizers and whatever else the case may be. I want to say, though, that I'm absolutely appalled by anybody who would degrade or make fun of or criticize anybody for protecting themselves these days. 100% grinds my gears, and I think it's ridiculous. And my hope is that people would realize the ignorance behind that and understand that now is more than ever a time where we should be applauding people for protecting themselves and protecting each other, protecting their loved ones, because criticizing them for wearing protective gear grinds my gears. These are not times to cut each other down, guys. Let me know if you run into this, because every time I leave the house, my wife and I will go shopping together. I don't like her going out alone. I like spending time with her. And the truth is, we do this together because that's what we do. That's who we are. We go and we wear masks and we wear gloves, and we don't make fun of anybody who does or doesn't, unless they're wearing them incorrectly, and maybe we'll either that'll help them or say something to each other about it. But that's okay too. But it is a time to protect one another, and that needs to happen. Stop cutting each other down. I can't believe that it came from an establishment. I can understand that this would come from somebody who's just out and about, maybe, because they're scared or they don't want to admit that they're fearful of what could happen. But from somebody who's working in an establishment that we're there to spend money at, I don't know, guys. That's my grinds my gears tonight. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. Right now, we do. We just need to lift each other up. We need to not be cutting each other down. And I'm hoping that that message gets out there. And as we, Carlock Confessions community, as we continue to be the change, hopefully we'll make sure to spread and lead by example for things like that. Absolutely. So thank you so much, guys. That's Grinds My Gears. Not that one. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. So question of the night, which this leads right into for you guys. So I want to hear you guys. Let me know what you think. Katie says, again, I haven't heard too much about people cutting people down, about wearing masks. I am happy to wear one to protect others. We have too many family members with health issues that we can't risk losing. And that's really kind of what it's all about, Katie. Thank you for sharing. I agree 100%. 100%. I totally agree with you. That's exactly what's happening. We need to protect each other, especially our loved ones. So here's my question for you guys of the night. What have your feelings and interactions been like while you've been out getting essentials? Because I know at this point, we're 3 weeks in for some. I'm 4 weeks in. All of us at some point, I'm assuming, have had to leave and get some sort of essentials, toilet paper, food, bottled water, whatever the case may be. Please share your stories right now. I know everybody should have one. Let me know what your feelings have been like, what your interactions have been like, how you're feeling about this new change in pandemic. I've been out a couple of times to get stuff that we need. And I'll be honest with you. My story is this. When we go out, I wear my mask. I wear my gloves. I try to be conscious about it. I try to stay away from people. my mindset why I'm out is it's funny because before I used to be pretty mindful. Sorry, guys. Hopefully the mics are great. Let me know give me a thumbs up out there if the mic's okay, if it's too loud, or let me know or not. My mindset why I'm out, though, is to think about others. I'm worried about their feelings. I'm worried about what they're thinking. I don't want to get too close to them. I want to pay attention to my surroundings because I want to be respectful for everyone out there and how they're possibly feeling right now. So I go to AKA the grocery store or the dollar store and I see someone coming up the aisle or down the aisle, or I want to make sure that I'm doing what I can to give the separation. Looks like the microphone's good. So thank you so much, guys, for that. I try to give separation. I try to make sure that they're feeling like, I'm considerate of the social distancing space, the 6 feet rule, that I'm giving them their due need as well, and trying to be conscious of that. So Kara says it sounds good to me. So thank you so much. Brittany, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Brittany Sproul is on. Thank you so much. Glad you could be here. So my experiences out during getting essentials has been a little fearful, a little mindful in regards to the people around me, and a little humbling to kind of understand that, there's a sense of fear among everybody. There's a sense of confusion, a sense of worry. And for me, I feel like that brings us a little bit together as well. I feel like the community, people that I've been around, are all sensing the same thing, and that we're all feeling a bit compassionate for one another, and the situation. So I definitely 100% feel that there is a little more of a connection, a little more of people, kind of more awareness, which is good, which is actually all I've ever wanted, especially through Carlisle Confessions, is try to raise awareness of each other, mindfulness, being polite and considerate of others, and that kind of stuff. So, so it sucks that it took a pandemic to do that, but it does seem to be the case. So my question to you guys, what have your feelings, interactions been while you've been out getting essentials? So I would hope that you guys would share at least something, a little bit. Have you been feeling the fear? Have you been feeling the anxiety? Have you been feeling whatever the case may be? Put it in the chat, guys, because we're all there. We're all been there. We're all feeling it right now. We're all in the quarantine. We all have had to go out and get essentials at some point, one or all or both, or if a loved one had to go and you stayed home, how'd that make you feel? All of those kinds of things play factor here. So let me know your guys' story. That's the question of the night. So I'm going to take a little sip here. Let me know what you guys think, though. All right. So with that said, I'll read those stories as those come up. But let's keep moving on with the show. Where's my gong? Time for enlightenment. Time to talk about current events. It is time for In the News. All right, guys, in the news. Of course, this week, we've been talking a little bit about Corona, as we have to. I think because it's everything right now. But let's change it up this week. What I want to do this week is I want to do a positive story this week about Corona. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. One positive story. And then we'll get into what I know all of you guys have been waiting for. Yes. Tiger King. All right, but let's get into the positive story before we do that, though, this week. Okay, guys? So let's talk about that. This story comes from CNN. It was a great story. I thought it was fantastic. Wanted to share it with you guys if you haven't had a chance to read it yet. So, story was, he recovered from coronavirus, and now his plasma donation could save the lives of others. Great story, guys. I'm going to read it a bit for you. A California man who was diagnosed with the coronavirus and recovered has donated his plasma to help others fighting the potential deadly virus. On March 6th, a man named Jason Garcia noticed he had a mild cough and some congestion. He's 36 years old. He's an aerospace engineer from Escondido, California. He didn't think that much of it when he was experiencing them, but later on, while on a work trip, he noticed a headache had begun accompanying his cough. Within a day or so, he had a fever, body aches, and he quickly came and went, and then he began experiencing shortness of breath. So he clearly had the Rona. Garcia called his doctor and based on his symptoms was told that to go to the hospital and get tested for coronavirus. He started to feel better on March 18th. And so from March 6th to March 18th, he kind of started battling with this, and that's when he started to feel better. And he said he considered himself symptom-free. Awesome, right? He received a letter from the county of San Diego saying that it was safe for him to come out and rejoin the world on March 23rd. So from March 6th to March 23rd, he was able to rejoin the world, right? So Garcia said, although the protocol for coming out of isolation was 72 hours without symptoms, he wanted to be an extra careful, and he decided to wait 5 extra days just to be safe. So he stayed in isolation and celebrated his victory by posting on social media and let his friends know that he had been infected with the coronavirus and is now better. So he wrote and claimed a victory over the deadly virus, and he won COVID-19. Fantastic, right? It's a great story. We have a recovery story, but it gets better from there. Around the same time, health officials at St. Joseph's Hospital in Orange County, California, also took to social media to say they were looking for someone who had been diagnosed with the coronavirus and had recovered to help with an experimental treatment to potentially save the life of other coronavirus patients. A friend who saw this on social media reached out to Garcia, and just a few days after quarantine had ended, he said, and then he went and donated his plasma. He said this can be turned into a life-saving opportunity for someone who can't fight off the disease, Garcia said. That's called being the change, if you ask me. So he decided, you know what, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go donate my plasma. If it can help somebody or save somebody's life, I'm doing it. That's being the change. I applaud him for it. So the plasma donation will allow current coronavirus patients to receive antibodies from Garcia and recover patients to help fight the disease. Wendy Escobedo, hope I'm saying that right, the director of nursing for renal services at St. Joseph Hospital, said in a video provided to the hospital or by the hospital, on April 1st, Garcia donated his plasma for experimental transfer into three patients. As of Sunday, he said doctors told him that all of his plasma had been donated. So not just some of it, all of it. The patient who was in the worst condition has since improved. Garcia said they improved. Garcia said doctors told him. That's fantastic. Are you kidding me? That is a good story with everything that's going on right now. Somebody who had it, recovered from it, donated plasma, gave it to somebody who was dying from it, and now they're recovering from it. Hello? Sounds like a cure to me. The patient was taken off some medication, is healthier in terms of oxygenation, and is doing incrementally better day by day. So that's fantastic. All because this guy went and donated his blood and answered the call, basically. When I was diagnosed, the feeling of dread and fear, the fact that this was a positive, Garcia explained, this thing ended up positively saving someone's life. He saved someone's life by donating and, again, answering the call. Although Garcia doesn't know how he became infected with the virus, he's glad he might contribute to a treatment until a vaccine is ready. If this works, there's going to be an awesome chance for people to save a lot of heartache for others and fight the fight for their lives. I applaud him. Let me know what you guys think of that story. I am happy that this story came out. I read this story and I thought that's absolutely 100% what we're going to talk about on the show. Give me a thumbs up if you guys like the story. This Garcia guy answered the call. Like, he went through it. He had to deal with it. He recovered from it. There's a lot of people recovering from it, but there's a lot of people that aren't. And he got the call to donate, that it was going to help possibly. And by the looks of it, it totally helped. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And to me, this is a win-win story right here. This is exactly what Carlock Confessions is all about. I applaud him for being the change, taking the opportunity, and doing something that's going to help others. Thank you, Mr. Garcia. So I thought that was a really good story. I needed to share that with you guys just because we've been talking about all the bad here lately and all the stuff that's been going on. I know that's what's been happening and what's on around us, but we need to refill our tanks from time to time. We need to remember why we're here. We need to remember the good stuff about Carlock Confessions, why we're here to do this, and this story is 100% why I do this kind of stuff, and I'm glad to share it with you guys and would love to hear you guys' opinion about it. it's nice to hear that from something bad, something good is coming from it. So he got it. That sucked. He spent a long time dealing with it, a bit, and now he donated it. Now he's better, and he's helping others get better. So what more be the change Carlock Confessions can that be? Yes. All right. So that was my Corona story for the night. It was a good one. I'm happy that we got it. John Fanzoni, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Love when you're on, bro. Thanks so much for being here, sir. We just got done talking about in the news and a great story about a gentleman who donated his plasma after getting coronavirus to help others with coronavirus, and it worked. So happy, great story there about that. Now we're going to get into things that I know you all have been waiting for. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks now, and let's do it now. Let's talk about the Tiger King. So, Tiger King, guys, I want to know who's watched it, who hasn't watched it. I've watched it. There's only a couple people on right now, but I know there's going to be more coming on. Tiger King, I know you guys were all disappointed we didn't talk about last week. Let's get into it this week. I'm kind of excited about it. Although I'm going to give this just because it was trashy. All right, so Tiger King. What a great series. I watched it. I actually watched it while I was here a little bit. A while ago. I've been wanting to talk about it. It's a crazy story. It's getting blown up on social media. Renee said she's not watching it. I totally understand. If you like watching train wrecks, it's a great show to watch, though. But there's a lot of interesting to it. I know a lot of people have watched it. Again, the media is all over it lately and has been. Social media has been all over it. Kara weighs in, says, yes, you can't stop watching that hot mess. 100% agree. It is a completely hot mess. And I wish I had some sort of flame fire sound, which I don't, because that would be great for this right now, hot mess. But right now I have a toilet. So anyways, let's talk Tiger King. Tiger King is on Netflix. It took the world by storm. It has been widely talked about by just about everyone and every social media outlet out there. I watched it, and so has many others. What are your thoughts? Did you enjoy it? Are you going to watch it? I want to know. Let's see. So Renee says, I have to cave soon. I am going to burn through Netflix and Hulu soon. Hey, there's always episodes of Carlock Confessions that you can go watch as well. Just throwing it out there. Right? No? Yeah? Anyways. There's always Carlock Confession episodes. But yes, Tiger King, cave soon if you can. It is absolutely taking the world by storm. So while you guys are thinking about if you're going to want to watch it, if you have watched it, or some things you want to say, Jared's here. I know he wanted to talk Tiger King. Welcome, Jared. Let's get right into it, sir. Tiger King time. Let's get into some facts about Tiger King while you guys get ready to share your stories and experiences. I want to know your thoughts, so don't hold back. Kara says, yes, you will break down eventually. It's only 7 hours. That is 100% true. All right, let's get into some facts real quick. Tiger King facts. Here we go. Number one, Joe Exotic's employees had to sign an NDA before they can be employed at the zoo. So while most jobs come with some paperwork upon hire, not all of them come with non-disclosure agreements. According to investigative reporter Robert Moore, who created the Wondery podcast Tiger King is based on, this was apparently a requirement to work at the GW Zoo. People often ask why no one at Joe's Zoo ever spoke out. He actually tweeted on March 28th, part of the reason was because he made his employees sign a $1 million non-disclosure agreement, which it turns out was illegal and it wasn't legally valid anyways. So even though they signed it, it wasn't legally valid, but let me tell you, that's why nobody ever said anything. Can you believe that, having to sign a non-disclosure agreement to work somewhere? I mean, who are we? Carol Baskins did it. Thank you, my wonderful wife, who I call right now, and she'll hate me for this, but we are raising chickens, and I call her the Big Bird Sanctuary, in which our house is, and she is the Carol Baskin of chickens. And I love you, and yes, she did it. So please, if Carlock Confessions at some point just stops and doesn't come on, please do me a favor and investigate my wife and check the chicken poop in case she fed me to the chickens. Yeah, and if I don't do this, she'll kill me later. All right. Anyways, I love you, honey, very much. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. All right. So, fact number 2. So, non-disclosure agreement. So, real quick, why would you have anybody sign a $1 million non-disclosure agreement if you didn't have something to hide? But you're Joe Exotic, so what do you expect? You're trash. All right. While no, number 2, Joe Exotic was actually once a police officer. While his presidential campaign didn't pan out, it turns out Exotic did once hold office. When he was 19 years old, he was actually the chief of police in Eastvale, Texas. Could you imagine that man being an actual chief of police at 19 years old? Bobby's on. Welcome, Bobby, to the show. All right, we're talking Tiger King, guys. We're on fact number 2. He was actually once a police officer. Maybe that's why he's so comfortable carrying a gun, I would think, right? So, Joe Exotic always had a gun on him. I'm so glad my wife put a happy, laughy face on that. Thank you so much. Please don't kill me. But no wonder you're so comfortable carrying a gun because, if you were once a police officer, which he was, and he was a chief of police in Eastvale, Texas, it makes sense, I guess. Shocking, but not shocking, I guess, right? Kara says, shut up, chief of police. No way. Yeah, totally. These are facts on Joe Exotic, was the chief of police at 19 in a place called Eastvale, Texas. Number 3. Let's get into fact number 3 for you guys. Tiger King here. Carole Baskins had another partner after her husband's disappearance. Can you believe it? Before marrying Howard Baskin, Carole had a different partner named Jay Baykal, B-A-Y-K-A-L, according to Moore, who did all this research. Baykal filed a restraining order against Baskin after she referenced her husband's disappearance. Interesting. Dun, dun, dun. Don Moore, who did all the research, blah, blah, blah. Carole's missing husband had previously filed a restraining order against her as well. Now that's 2 people who filed restraining orders against her, but it's not her really, right? No. Yeah, crazy. Bobby, welcome. Glad to be here, sir. Thank you. Sorry you're late. Never be sorry you're late. Just be happy you made it, because that's what we are. We're happy you're here, Bobby. Thanks so much. Never apologize for being late. Just make sure that you enjoy being here. That's all. So can you believe that, though? So she has 2 restraining orders against her, against 2 different guys. To me, that's kind of crazy. Sounds like a ticking time bomb to me. Ha, 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 ha. All right. Fact number 4, guys. Jared, I hope you're enjoying this because I know you wanted to see Tiger King. So please, make sure you're chiming in here, sir. Fact number 4. Joe Exotic had another husband who wasn't shown in the series. So that makes Joe having 3 husbands instead of 2 during the entire time the series was going on. Yeah, so we're gonna leave that one and do that one. Supposedly Joe Exotic had another husband who wasn't shown in the series. New York Magazine reporter said Joe Exotic had another husband who wasn't a part of the series named J.C. Hartpence, who was Exotic's husband prior to John Finley. Hartpence is currently in prison after being convicted of murder after splitting up with Joe Exotic. So he split up with Joe, was also married to him then, and was convicted of murder and is in prison. Seriously. Wait till you share this information. Okie dokie. So can you believe Joe Exotic had another series, another husband as well? So that's 3 husbands. Yeah, seriously. And so then he went to jail for murder, blah, blah, blah. I'm not applauding that. Went to jail for murder and after splitting up with Exotic. Come on now. Seriously, though, I mean, what kind of people are you? I don't have anything to say about this. All right, so let's get right into fact number 5 then, since, this doesn't seem to be shocking anybody just yet. Number 5, Rick Kirkman's house burned down after the zoo fire. So if anybody who's seen it, we're referencing the studio fire. Rick Kirkman's house also burnt down after the studio fire at the zoo. So Joe Exotic's producer, Rick Kirkman, had an unfortunate incident just 6 months after the zoo fire. His Dallas home mysteriously burnt down as well, almost killing him inside. Kirkman then moved to Norway, where he currently lives. So he was accused of burning down the studio, and then 6 months later, his house burns down. Yeah, that's definitely interesting, right? That was a guess, by the way. So let me know what you guys think. Did he burn the building down or not? I think he did. Let me know what you guys think. Yes. All right. That was part of it. If you guys watched the show, we're talking Tiger King. All right, so let's get into number 6. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. Fact number 6 on Tiger King. John Finley looks so different now. Talk about a major glow up. According to TMZ, Exotic's ex Finley got dentures in July of 2019, as well as grew luscious beard. And you got to admit, he's definitely better looking. One issue he had with the documentary, however, was he felt that they implied that his teeth were lost due to drug use, but he actually said it was a genetic condition, was why he lost his teeth, not because he was doing meth. You're going to tell me, sir, that you weren't doing meth? Yeah, I don't think so about that. In your face, sucker! Yeah, so Bobby says, wow, that whole show was crazy. None of this surprised me. Thank you. I'm glad none of it does. None of it really surprises me either, but it is very interesting. So if you guys can see, if you guys want, I would tell you, go take a look at a picture of Joe Finley now compared to back then. Definitely looks a lot better. He fixed his teeth, got dentures, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's get into it. Fact number 7 on Tiger King. Finley, who we were just talking about, the guy who had like no teeth, that were one tooth here and one there, I don't know. According to Oxygen, Finley is currently actually engaged right now, but not to the woman he left Joe Exotic for. If you recall, Finley broke up with Joe Exotic for a fellow employee after she got pregnant, which was the receptionist at the zoo. While the two are no longer together, they do still share a daughter together. So Finley's got a baby with a woman and is engaged to another woman after he divorced his gay marriage to Joe Exotic. And he says he wasn't doing meth. Yeah, right. In your face, sucker! All right. So that was number 7. Let's get into number 8. Talking Tiger King here, guys. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the show. Let me know if you guys have any comments about any of these. Number 8, Exotic Joe Exotic owned actually one of Michael Jackson's alligators, which I thought was actually kind of interesting. And okay. So more reportedly started looking into Exotic when the Los Angeles Times published a story about him, about owning Michael Jackson's alligator that burned up in the fire. While it turns out Exotic did have an alligator from Neverland Ranch, it did not die in the fire, just so everybody knows, because in the fire, all the alligators that were in that exhibit died. The one that was Michael Jackson's did not. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but hey, animal not dying is a good thing, right? All right, so not crazy, but another fact. All right, number 10. Joe Exotic was trying to breed the saber-toothed tiger back. Yeah. All right, so not only was Joe Exotic known for crossbreeding tigers in his care, but according to New York Magazine, he was trying to create a hybrid, which he thought would bring back the prehistoric saber-toothed tiger. While it's an interesting idea in theory, biologists have completely confirmed that it is impossible to ever bring back the saber-toothed tiger, and like Joe Exotic wasn't doing meth. Are you serious right now? Yes. Okay. So basically it was a bunch of drugs and people thinking they could do stuff, and it wasn't happening. Saber-toothed tiger, really? I mean, come on. All right, so let's see. Dylan Passage, who is the guy towards the end of the series, who is 24 years old, is actually still married to Joe Exotic, despite the latter being behind bars, which we all know Joe's in jail if you watch the show. During an interview with Andy Cohen, the young Dylan Passage said, Joe Exotic doesn't want me to be alone, but he also doesn't want me to move on, which sounds supportive, kind of. Yeah, dude, you're just messed up with the rest, just like the rest of them. Seriously. Come on. Figure it out. All right, so he is still married to that guy as well, which. All right, so Exotic, number 12. Exotic apparently faked having cancer to raise money. Now, this isn't a very crazy one either. This isn't surprising. According to Moore, in an effort to raise money on Facebook from his fans, Joe told everyone he was dying from a prostate and bone marrow cancer, though this turned out not to be the case. The only thing that guy is going to be dying from is either a tiger bite or drugs. Seriously. Because I'm sure everybody in jail loves him. And we've all gotten a lot of enjoyment out of him and entertainment-wise, but seriously, I think the only thing that's going to kill that guy is either a tiger or drugs. All right. Let's see. What else do we got here? Supposedly, Joe Exotic and Jeff Lowe, who we brought him up for the first time, were thinking about opening a strip club petting zoo together. That's an interesting. I wonder what they would call that. Strip club petting zoo. I have a lot of names that we won't talk about here on the show. Before the duo parted ways, Lowe and Joe Exotic had plans to open a hybrid strip club and petting zoo. They intended to buy the land next to the GW Zoo and name the new establishment Tigers and Dreams. The plan later changed to opening a drive-in movie theater on the land, and the idea which also fell through. So the good news is they were big on ideas, and they were definitely 100% trying to expand business, but a strip club petting zoo, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily the best idea. All right, so let's talk about Joe Exotic's music. It turns out Joe Exotic's music prowess might not have been impressive as viewers once thought. I don't know about you guys. I thought this was interesting. But apparently the real artists behind his hit songs were Vince Johnson and Danny Clinton, who made up the Clinton Johnson Band. While it was him in the music videos, Exotic reportedly lip-synced the lyrics and was rumored to fake strum a guitar to look like he was playing. So, does it surprise you that Joe Exotic didn't come up with his own stuff? Jared says he can come up with a few names too. Thank you, sir. Kara says needs to be in prison too. I don't understand how he's not in prison. I'm assuming you're speaking of Jeff Lowe, and that's because he made a deal. It's all about who you know and who you can give information to. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But I agree with you. They need to come get him. All right. So, Joe didn't sing his own songs. He had a band that did it. He lip-synced. What else here? Let's see. So as you all know, Jeff Lowe took over the zoo and renamed it Greater Wynwood Animal Park after Exotic left. Lowe has further plans to separate it from the scandal with a new location in the works. While social media accounts for the new Oklahoma Zoo indicate that park will open in the spring or summer of 2020, coronavirus might put a delay on the plans, considering Lowe had to close down the GW Animal Park on March 29th, 2020 for social distancing. So it's nice to know that they are also affected by the coronavirus, and they're not raking in as well on these tigers anymore. So yeah, so that's all very, very recent, and they're being affected by corona as well. Hopefully the tigers aren't getting it. All right, so let's see, what else do I have? There is a mini-series that's being talked about where Kate McKinnon is going to possibly play Carol Baskins. Maybe we'll see that. And there also might be a season 2 of Tiger King because of its craziness and everybody following. The amount of footage that they had is still unfolding. That's very possible we could see a season 2. So if we do, the story will continue. It would be very interesting. And I can't say that I would not watch it because I would 100% probably binge watch it like I did this one. All right. That's the Tiger King, guys. Let me know if you guys liked it. I didn't hear too many comments about what you guys thought about it. Let's see. Jared weighed in. Jennifer Peril is online. Thank you so much for being here. Jared said, for someone who doesn't like it, you sure have a lot of interesting facts about the show. I'm not complaining, but I find it very, very interesting. Oh, no. Let me be very clear. I enjoyed the train wreck of the show. 100%. I found myself binge watching it because I just could not believe this story. I wasn't a fan of necessarily. it opened my eyes to the fact that stuff like this even exists and goes on. I just could not stop watching it. I couldn't believe all the twists and turns with Carol Baskins and the murder for hire. All of these things to me was absolutely entertaining. The fact that this is a real story is the part that saddens me. So let's just put it there. But let's just be very clear. I did enjoy the show, and these facts came from the web. I did my research. I tried to be a good host. I try to have my facts in line for you guys. So that's where it's coming from. So thanks, Jared, for pointing out, though. Let's see. Bobby says, I don't know if I could get my wife to watch season 2. That's okay. That's the great thing about quarantine. You guys can Netflix yourselves, Hulu yourselves, all that stuff. You can watch your own shows. I get it. You guys like to do things together. It's okay to be independent. Trust me, she'll watch it. All right. Anyways. All right. So that there, I'm telling you, that right there, that was Tiger King. I know you enjoyed that, Jared. I know you were sad last week we didn't do it. Frank liked the thank you, Jennifer. You're sweet, and I love your jokes. You're very, very funny. Yeah. This is to your jokes. I'm not laughing. Anyways, no, she made a funny joke about me. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. All right, guys, let's get into it. Actually, we've been on. Tiger King took up a lot of our night. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We got the Tiger King checked off the list. Let's move into it, guys, as I always do, and talk to you guys real quick before we do our drawing and stuff for the night. Positive personal recap and reflection of the week for you guys. This is where I like to share my life a little bit with you guys and what's been going on with me. Hopefully, you guys can relate to it. So real quick, week 4, quarantine for me. I'm not sure if I'm missing going places or going outside anymore. I really don't know. It's been 4 weeks, so I'm not really sure when will this all end. I'm just kind of going with it. I at least refilled my tank this past weekend. I got out and did some yard work, cleaned up the yard. We actually had a car accident in the yard from this winter, tore the yard up. I fixed that up quite a bit. In fact, you guys might, I don't know if you can tell, but I got a little sunburnt while I was out as well. If you see me scratching my head, it's because it's still a little sunburnt. But that was great. It was nice to get some vitamin D, get some great outdoors. I got some yard and garden stuff done. You know, trials and tribulations, no matter what we do. I had some issues with my garden tractor as well, so I'm in the process of trying to fix that. Spending money on that instead of my Jeep right now, which I'd rather spend money on my Jeep. But it's okay. So it was good. It was refilling. It was tank filling for me in regards to being able to be outside, get some yard work done, be able to do some things out there, and get a little bit of sunburn. You know me, I'm a very fair complexioned guy, and a little bit of sun goes a long way, and I very much enjoyed it. But it was nice to be able to get out and do some work in the yard and get some things cleaned up. So that was my personal positive recap for the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. All right, let's get into the next segment as we always do as well. I need to come up with a sound for this one. But let's do our positive quote for the night. So I know, guys, right now, as we do every week, we do a positive quote. But right now, everything is kind of shut down. Everything's closed. It's kind of throwing a monkey wrench and a hold on everything in our lives. That can be pretty frustrating. It can be upsetting. It can be irritating at times. And it's understandable that this is going to happen, and these are normal feelings. But I found this quote, and it makes a lot of sense, and this is why I chose it. Here's the quote. Everything comes to you at the right time. Be patient and trust the process. And that's one thing we need to do right now. So again, everything comes to you at the right time. Be patient and trust the process. That is the quote. Don't know where it came from. Anonymous sounds about right. But the truth is, it's really kind of where we all are right now. We just kind of need to trust the process that's been put in place and hope that everything comes to us in time. Let's see. 2 separate things. Here we go. Jared says, 2 separate issues. What happened with the people? I'm not surprised. 2 separate issues. What happened with the people? I'm not surprised. The animals. It's been happening if you follow what happens at zoos, shows, etc. Also, what's happening to tigers? It's the same for dogs, breeders, selling, etc., which I agree. I'm glad that the series aired because when you remove the people nonsense, you can see the problems of animal abuse, and that doesn't get discussed often, and I also agree with that. So that's one thing I would definitely want to say, and thank you, Jared, for bringing this up, because this is really kind of why I wanted to talk about the whole show to begin with, and I'm glad you put that on there. The truth is, animal abuse is out there, animals being used in zoos and all of this kind of stuff, breeding, dog breeding, cat breeding, animal breeding, exotic animal breeding, all of this kind of stuff is is bad. And it is, and I want to say that my stance on all of this is that I am 100% against animal abuse. And it is abusive to keep animal in cages, steal their young, make them breed even when they don't want to, and sell their babies for profit, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm a huge advocate of rescue shelters and making sure that you're adopting from rescue shelters and being aware that animals, I also feel, have rights and should be taken care of just as well. So thank you, Jared, for putting that out there, because that is a 100% of the issue. And I did want to talk about that, but I also don't want to run out of time. So I appreciate that. Maybe we can talk about that more next week as well. You're the man, Jared. Thank you so much, sir. All right. I promise, guys, we're getting right to it. We're going to get to the drawing and everything as well. Give me a couple of thumbs up if you guys are still out there. We're going to do the top fan of the week this week. Got to get to my sound effects for that.
I love it.
All right. Top fan of the week this week, guys. Thank you so much. I see the thumbs up. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for that. All right, thumbs up. Shout outs and top fan of the week. Let's get right into that. This week's top fan of the week is someone who pops on, is there, shares, likes, and also just kind of makes a comment from time to time, and I really appreciate it. He's continued to support me even when I was young to now. He is a family member of mine, but he is definitely an active member here on Carlisle Confessions, and I appreciate Jerry Acioli. Thank you so much for being top fan of the week. You are, for your constant contributions and your support for me and the projects that I do. I've made you top fan of the week. Congratulations, Jerry. If everybody can give Jerry a big congratulations, please. Jerry Acioli, you are top fan of the week, sir. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you for the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Jared and Jennifer, thank you. All right, guys, we're going to get right into shout-outs as well. So, Jerry, shout-out to you right off the bat. Congratulations, top fan of the week, Jerry Acioli. As always, guys, we do a quick shout-out to all the first responders, everybody in the medical workers, healthcare, nurses, doctors, everybody on the front lines of the COVID-19 virus, delivery drivers, grocery store workers, truck drivers, mailmen, mail personnel, cooks, gas station attendants, retail workers, etc., etc., etc. Big shout outs to you guys. Everybody who's got to face this on a daily basis, I give huge shout outs to you guys. Thank you so much. Renee and John say congratulations, Jerry. David has finally joined us. Thank you, David, so much for being here. Happy to have you. Let's see. What do we got next? Shout outs. Shout outs to all the school workers and everybody who works for public and private education, all of the parents doing homeschooling, everybody who's taking the time to make sure that our youth and our kids are still being educated and are still learning and are still progressing in their minds and expanding. Homeschooling teachers, everybody that is making an effort to try to extend education to all of these kids. Big shout out to you guys. To everybody who is missing a major milestone in their lives, including graduation from kindergarten, 6th grade to 7th grade, 8th grade to 9th grade, whatever the case may be, and of course all of our seniors, shout out to you guys. And of course to everyone putting others before themselves and understanding that love and positiveness will be the only way that we come through the coronavirus in this quarantine. To all my Jeepos out there, as always, everybody who owns a Jeep, I shout you out. And to everybody who's shared and who is a follower on this page and on the subscriber on our YouTube page, guys, we are up to 149 viewers. That's all because of you guys. All right, thank you so much. Let's see. It says, yes, definite shout out to all the first responders, hospital folk, etc. Jared said, thank you, sir. I agree. Bobby says, congrats, Jerry. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I know he does as well. Guys, those are my shout outs. Trying to get to 150, guys. We need one more follower. So if we can get one more person to follow tonight, that would be fantastic just to get to 150. Guys, couple of things that are coming up. Let's get through birthdays and we'll get the announcements and our drawing done. Sorry, we're running a little long tonight. I apologize. Birthdays tonight, guys. Let's give a big shout out to Katie Culver Wilson, who is on and has been on tonight. She's been a top fan before. Today is her birthday. Thank you so much, Katie. Happy birthday to you. Let's do a, there it is. Samantha Lynn, your birthday's on the 9th of April. Happy birthday to you. Sam DeFrance, happy birthday to you, an old coworker of mine. June Hike, who is a nurse, actually, and graduated from the University of Michigan Flint Nursing Program, who is a good friend of mine. that I met as well. His birthday's on the 9th. Jennifer Mallard, your birthday is on the 12th of April. Happy birthday to you. And a good buddy of mine and my all-time forever going to be my assistant coach or my coaching partner, Sean Unix, who is a good friend of mine. Happy birthday to you. Yours is on the 13th, sir. So, Katie, Sam, Samantha, June, Jennifer, and Sean, happy birthday to all of you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy your days. Happy birthday to all of you. Thank you, Jared. Jared says happy birthday to everyone as well. All right, guys, we again have 149 followers. Hoping to get to 150 here. We're almost done with the show. So we're getting there, but very excited about it. 149 is where we're at right now. I cannot wait to get to 150. So if you guys could share tonight, we're starting a new contest. Just so you guys know, we will be starting a new contest. So everybody who shares tonight will be a part of that. I think we're going to do another decal. So Bobby says happy birthday to all. Guys, let's do a drawing. And I have to admit, I left the cup at home, guys. So I apologize. I forgot it in my midst of having to come to work and getting ready for the show. But we drew. My wife drew, and I have a picture of it. And let me see if I can pull that up with the music playing. Can I pull this up? Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Might be a little hard. She drew for me, though, as you guys can see. And you might not be able to see the name on there. But the winner of our contest, guys, for the decal is going out to none only, I think the one who probably shared the show the most, shared as many videos as possible. Justin Wells, congratulations to you, sir. You have won yourself a decal for your car. Congratulations to you, sir. You are a new decal owner for Car Lot Confessions. If you can send me your address in an instant message or in a message through Messenger for me, I will make sure to get that out to you right away. So you guys said you can't see it. Kara says she can't see it. Sorry. Just showing that it was drawn. She did the drawing for me. Justin Wells, congratulations, sir, on winning this week's this contest that's going on right now. Very exciting. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully I enjoy driving around with my Car Lot Confession decals on the back. So hopefully you guys enjoy it too. Maybe I should do some kind of dare if I get 150 followers, which I only need one more. Let me know what you think. John says, Wells, good job. Jared says, congratulations. Wells. David says, Wells, good job, sir. Yes, he is the big winner of the decal. We'll get that right out to you, sir, so you can proudly support that on your vehicle as you're driving around, letting everybody know that you are part of being the change. So thank you so much, guys. Guys, we're starting a new contest. For every person that shares this video or any video from my page for Car Lot Confessions for the show on your own page, you get one entry into our contest, guys. And one entry gets you into, and we will draw your name just like we did. John Rittner, welcome to the show, sir. We'll draw your name just like we did Justin's, just like we did John's. And you guys can have an opportunity to win some CLC merch for yourselves as well. So start sharing the video, guys. Let's see if we can continue to build this community. Guys, real quick as well, wrapping up for you so I don't keep you too long. I'm donating blood tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be donating blood. I'll post pictures of it. We'll talk about it on next week's show. So I'm looking forward to it. They haven't canceled that because of Corona. Thank goodness. I'm going tomorrow. I will be donating blood. So if you guys get an opportunity, massive blood shortage, no matter where you are, please donate if you can. It is one of the easiest ways to be the change. So please, if you can donate blood, please do so. Guys, that's it. That's the show. I do a recap for you, but we all know how long the show was tonight. We talked about Tiger King. We talked about Grinds My Gears. We did the quote. We did the poll. Polls out there. Make sure you guys go vote on the new poll. It was a great show. Great show because of you guys. Thank you so much for everybody being here. What an amazing night. Thank you all. I look forward to it every Tuesday. Robert Culver, thank you so much for being on. This breaks up Corona. It's been fantastic. Jared says, good job on donating blood. Thank you, sir. I will definitely be posting some photos. John says, great show, brother. Last comments, last shout-outs, last everything. Let's give it a good old 15 seconds. So if you guys have anything you want to say, now's the time to do it. Put it on in there. Thank you so much, though, guys, for being here. What a great show. What a great night. Love Tuesdays. Love Car Lot Confessions. Love you guys being here. Congratulations, Justin, on your win for the decal. Looking forward to getting some more out there for you guys. So make sure you guys share and get entered into the contest. Jared says Tiger King as the subject and you in the double-digit views. I was at double-digit views, which is true. I'm very happy about the double-digit views. Thank you, sir. David says, great show. Thank you so much. Happy Easter, everyone, Kara says. Happy Easter. That'll be this coming weekend. I didn't even think about it. Happy Easter, everybody, for all those who celebrate this weekend. Let's talk about it next week on Tuesday. We'll talk about Easter. Shout out to Katie again for her birthday, David's sister. Bobby says, happy Easter to all. Yes, happy Easter to all of you. Due to the COVID-19, I'm sure we'll all be spending it alone. You know what? On Sunday, I might do a nice little, make sure you guys have your notifications on. I might do a quick hello, how's it going, update from CLC, your host here, Frank Fanzoni, right? So maybe we can be together virtually. That sounds good. I'd be happy to bring everybody together if I can. Hatch day for Easter Sunday. Yes, we will be hatching chickens. We'll probably do a live of that too. Why not? All right, guys, that's everything. So thank you so much for being here. If you guys can donate, please do so. Congratulations again to everybody. Stay safe, guys. Remember to fill those tanks. Do what you can to be the change, and continue to just kind of be patient and get through it. As always, guys, we'll see you next Tuesday. Be safe, be positive, be the change. Good night, everyone.